Coming up on today's video, we are going to have a story time with the Moxman here. Stick around, it's coming up next. Hey, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're one of my returning viewers, hey guys, how's it going? Looking forward to seeing you in the comment sections. And if you're a new viewer who somehow found me, welcome aboard. Thanks for checking out my content today. Stick around, give it a thumbs up, and hey, maybe even subscribe. So today is going to be a story time video. Something I like to share with people. Reminds me of being a kid. Now, normally I know people hope for the big boys, the big stories. This isn't about that. I'm going to put these back on the shelf. As much as I wish it was, my town didn't have a lot of those. I do have a story about it, but we're going to get there some other day. Today we're going to talk about a very particular card. Jester's Cap. That's right. Ice Age. Great time to be in Magic. Now, I didn't get Ice Age the day it came out. I had to wait till I had some money. And when it came out in my town, I think I traded for 1 or 2 cards. And I went to my local store and I was playing. And somebody brought this out against me. Jester's Cap was a 4 casting cost beast who you paid 2 mana, got rid of the cap, search your opponent's library, take 3 cards out, and remove them from the game. No regrowth is bringing back my cards. So, it was horrible. Scary. Terrifying as a teenager to see my deck just picked through by an opponent, taking all my goodies out. I was so upset. I was like, this has got to be, hands down, the greatest card ever in Magic. The best card they're ever going to make. Like, you can just tear apart a deck. If I put this with my Argivian Archaeologist, I will be unbeatable. You see where I'm going with this, right? You can see how my teenage mind was working. Well, now that your teenage mind is fixated on something, you knew you had to have them. So, that's where I went. I went down. I busted the piggy bank. I begged. And I went down and I bought some packs. Because back then, there wasn't like a shelf where you could buy these things. You had to crack packs and hope you got lucky. Well, I did not get lucky. But some friends did. And I managed to trade for 2 caps. I was so happy. I wanted 4. But in my small town, nobody had 4. So I traded for my 2 and I traded a lot of good stuff away. I remember there was a lot of extra cards that were going to other people's binders. So I could get those 2. And those 2 aren't the scary ones. The first 2 are not the scary ones. It's the last 2. Remember, my teenage mind has informed me thusly that Jester's Cap will be unbeatable in my good deck. Which, by the way, it's right up there, still my good deck. It's obviously changed over the years, but that's what I call my good deck. Well, I found some players I knew who had Jester's Caps. I needed 2. I remember I wanted to have 4. You're allowed to have 4. So I had to make a deal. I believe his name was Daryl. I said, Daryl, I heard you got 2 caps. Are you willing to trade those? He's like, yeah, what you got in your trade binder, brah? So we went to the school cafeteria, because that's where you met. If you couldn't go to the game store and you're in high school, you are going to the cafeteria. I'll see you there at 7 o'clock. Because, trades took a while. 7 a.m., I was there, trade binder in hand, ready to get down to some serious business of getting 2 more caps. 2 more. So I would have the 4 and be unbeatable. It was amazing. Now, Daryl was a tough negotiator. He sat down and he said, look, I don't need plague rats. Don't need forks. He's just flipping through my binder. And he gets near the back. He goes, you see you got some dual lands there. I could use some of those. I'm like, whoa. How much is a cap going for? Like, what are we talking here? He's like, well, I think it's going for around $40. $40. It's a lot of money. Back then, guys and girls, dual lands were $5 each for like an underground seat. And that's if you were selling them to buy yourself some fries and a giant cookie at my cafeteria. Okay. So that means if they're $40, we're talking 8 to 10 dual lands for 1 cap. Scary. Scary. Blew my mind. But my teenage mind has informed me that I gotta have them. So, we worked out 2 Jester's caps. 2. For 10 dual lands each one. I gave up 20 spare dual lands I had to get them. Now, he took play sets. He took, I think he took some Savannas there, some Badlands, Scrublands, Underground Seas. You see where I'm going with this? Nowadays, an Ice Age Jester cap, it's worth what? $25 maybe in mint condition from Ice Age? But all those dual lands are in the thousands and thousands of dollars. And when you look back on that, you really want to give your teenage self a shake. But also at that time, that was a fair trade. Now let's get past the trade. Just move that aside. Move it. I now have the Jester's caps. I have the 4. I have put them in my good deck. I have reworked things. I got 4 Argivians in there. Got 4 Jester's caps. Got my 4 Howling Mines, 4 Forks. I am feeling very powerful. I'm feeling like I'm ready. And I'll be honest, for about a week, before people really figured it out, it was awesome. Because you're just bringing it back, recasting, and you're just taking apart people's decks. You're like, oh, I'll take those 3 cards. Disintegrates. I'll take 2 Disintegrates and a Fireball. Oh, next time I'll take 2 Disintegrates and another Fireball. Oh, sorry. I'll take out your 4 Goblin Grenades. You see where I'm going? Like, we were having a blast because I was bringing it back every turn with the Argivian. Oh, you kill 1 Argivian? I got another Argivian. You kill that? Oh, man, don't worry. I can just regrow it. It would go on and on. It was a real blast. Oh, you're going to I fork it. I counter your spell and fork it. I had a blast. Howling Mines, draw extra cards. You can see where I was going with this amazing deck back in the day. But only until you meet the mightiness of a Goblin deck, a Merfolk deck, which were common, White Weenie decks back in the day, Savannah Lions, White Knights, Crusades, pumping everything up, Holy Armor, Holy Strength. Any of those decks could rip into me because I just can't get rid of all the stuff where they kill me physically. But it was a wild ride, and it was a good time. And although I want to kick myself back then for making that bad trade, those amazing memories of buying that Jester's cap, sitting in that gymnasium, the cafeteria, going over the trade, working out which cards were going to who for what, not knowing nowadays what the real values were, I thought I was a pretty shrewd guy. And for a long time, nobody else had Jester caps in my town. Right? There was like 1 or 2 other people that had a single one. So you really kind of dominated in certain formats, like we called it Commander Wing thing, right? It was amazing. But nowadays you look back on that and you're like, oh, but that's okay. Because those memories will live forever. So don't worry about the bad trades. Worry about the good memories. This is a story from MTG Mox, man. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great one today, guys. I'll see you on the live streams. Hey, guys, a big shout out goes to all my patrons out there for that support you guys show me each and every month, even making this channel possible. Never forget it, guys. You are truly amazing warriors. Thanks a lot, everyone. Oh! Hey! This thing's on. What are you guys up to? Are you just staring at the screen and stuff with nobody here? That's kind of creepy, don't you think? What? Oh, you're just here to hang out. I misunderstood. Well, we got to make it worth your while, don't we? So let's take the Troubadour. I'm writing something. Gonna show you, don't worry. Because you made it that far. Walk over here. Put that in the 10K box. And your creepiness paid off. Hey, thanks for sticking it out, guys. Have a wonderful day today. You guys deserve it. Have a coffee. I know I'm going back downstairs to have one. I'll see you later.